Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Gateway 101. In Gateway 101, we place emphasis on prevention because we strongly believe that prevention is better than cure. We also create awareness, we create healthcare awareness, and we also create home remedies that you can use or that can help you elevate illnesses. Okay, in Gateway 101, we strongly believe that prevention is better than cure. So in today's video or in today's live broadcast, we're going to be talking about hypertension, which is also known as high blood pressure. Okay, hypertension is the medical term for high blood pressure. It means the force of blood pushing against the wall of the artery is consistently too high, okay, which make the heart and the blood vessels work harder than they should. Okay, blood pressure is the force of your blood pushing against your blood vessels as your heart pumps. Okay, so think of it this way. It's like a water pressure in a hose. Too low means not enough flow. Then too high means too much force, which can stress the hose, that is your blood vessels. Doctors write blood pressure as two numbers, systolic and diastolic. Okay, so blood pressure is written, like I said, like two numbers, systolic, which is the top number, and the diastolic, which is the bottom number. Systolic, which is the top number, systolic, which is the top number, is the pressure when the heart beat. Systolic is the pressure when the heart beat. Diastolic, which is the bottom number, is the pressure when the heart rests. The top number is when your heart beats, and the second number is when your heart rests. Hypertension is usually diagnosed when blood pressure stays at above 130/80 mmHg. Hypertension is usually diagnosed when blood pressure stays at or below about 130/180 over time. For adults, range can differ for kids and teenagers. Okay, so symptom of hypertension. Most time, high blood pressure has no symptoms. This is why it's sometimes called a silent killer. But if it gets high, some people might notice a headache. Okay, when it be too high, some people might notice headache. Okay, some people might notice dizziness, blurry vision, nosebleed, feeling tired or shortness of breath. Like I've said, in Gateway 101, we place emphasis on prevention because we strongly believe that prevention is better than cure. So if you have been diagnosed with hypertension, we strongly encourage you to get this machine. This is the blood pressure check machine. This is the blood pressure monitoring machine. This is the blood pressure measuring machine. So if you have a diagnosis of hypertension, we strongly encourage you to get one of these machines. Okay, you can pick up one of these machines from Walgreens, CVS, Kroger, Publix, any of the pharmaceutical unit of this grocery store. Okay, so you can get this machine. It will save your life. And we also encourage you, we greatly encourage you to write down your blood pressure. When you measure your blood pressure, please make sure you write it. Write it down. Get a notebook and make a list of it, so that when you go to your healthcare provider, he or she will be able to look at the list and better manage your blood pressure. Okay, so try and get one of those machines. It's over the counter. You don't need a prescription for it. Get that. This will save your life. Remember what we just said, that hypertension most times do not have a symptoms. Most people do not have a symptom of it. That is why it is often referred to as a silent killer. So go ahead and get one of these machines. Monitor your blood pressure, check your blood pressure at least twice daily. Okay, and make a list of it. So when you get to your healthcare provider, let him go through the list. He will better help you. But if you want our home remedies, follow us our social media channel. We do have home remedies also that will help you manage your blood pressure. Okay. Once again, this is Gateway 101. So like we said, as some people might notice some symptoms such as light headache or headache. If your pressure is high, you can have a headache. You can feel dizziness, and also you can have a body eviction. Some people have a nosebleed due to high blood pressure. But do not forget that hypertension is, it means that the force of blood pushing against the wall of the artery is consistently too high, which make the heart and the blood vessel work harder than they should. Okay, so get that machine and monitor your blood pressure. So I will say that somebody's symptom, it doesn't really have a symptoms, is sometimes people experience dizziness, headache, blurry vision, nosebleed, sometimes they feel tired or short of breath. Okay, importantly, not having a symptom does not mean everything is fine. Okay, which is why checking matters. How is blood pressure measured? The blood pressure usually checked with a cuff around your upper arm. Okay, the cuff tighten to briefly stop blood flow. Then it is slowly loose. A machine or doctor listing measure how the blood flow back. And you have two numbers. And like we have said before, that the first number is your systolic. That's the pressure when the heart pump or when the heart beep. Then the bottom number is the pressure when the heart relaxes or when the heart rests. Okay, it's quick, safe, and does not hurt. Blood pressure machine or blood pressure cuff does not hurt, and it takes a few seconds for you to get your blood reading. Okay, how to prevent high blood pressure? Healthy habit make a big difference. Healthy habit make a big difference. Okay, eat balanced food. Okay, eat balanced food. Fruit, veggies, whole grain. Don't overdo salty snacks. Processed food, don't overdo it. Okay, stay active. Sport, walking, biking, all count. Okay, get enough sleep. Okay, manage stress. Music, break, talking to someone helps. Avoid smoking or vaping. This habit helps your heart stay strong as you grow. Quick recap. We said that blood pressure has hard blood push in your body. High blood pressure often has no warning sign. That is why it is called the silent killer. It measures with an arm cuff. Healthy daily habit help keep it in a good range. Okay. There are two types causes of hypertension. There are two main types based on the cause. Primary, which is essential hypertension. This is the most common type and it develops gradually over time. There is no single clear cause, but it is linked to a combination of factors such as family history, which is genetic, unhealthy diet, especially too much salt or salty food, lack of physical activity, being overweight, long-term stress, poor sleeping habit. Secondary hypertension. This type is caused by an underlying medical condition or factors. Okay, and it can appear suddenly. Possible causes. Okay. Kidney disease, heart problems, hormonal disorder like thyroid or adrenal issues, certain medication, for example, some steroid or decongester can cause secondary hypertension. Congenital from birth, blood vessels problem. Why did hypertension matters? If untreated over time, high blood pressure can increase the risk of heart disease, stroke, kidney damage, vision problem. So let us recap again. We said hypertension is consistently high blood pressure. It can develop slowly due to lifestyle and genetic, or being caused by another medical condition, which is secondary hypertension. Often have no obvious symptoms. This is why it is often called a silent killer. Okay, so managing high blood pressure or managing hypertension. We have talked about the blood pressure machine. Okay, this device right here. This will be your first step in managing high blood pressure. The first step is to go and get this machine. We cannot overemphasize this machine and we cannot overstress it. Okay, so your first step in managing hypertension is to get the blood pressure machine. I would say that you should take your blood pressure at least twice a day. First thing in the morning when you woke up and before you go to bed. Write down your records. Get a notebook. Make a list of your blood pressure, daily blood pressure measurement. Record it, and then when you go to your personal care provider, give that list to your medical provider so that it can better help manage your high blood pressure. And we also say that we have a home remedy to help alleviate high blood pressure. Follow us on our social media channel. We have it there. Okay. So managing high blood pressure, which is hypertension, usually involves a mix of healthy lifestyle, okay, changes, and when needed, medication. The goal is to keep your blood pressure in a safe range. The goal of managing a high blood pressure is to keep your blood pressure in a safe range. Remember, we said that anything above 130/8 is high. So the goal is to keep your blood pressure in a safe range and reduce the risk of heart disease, stroke, and kidney problems. Healthy lifestyle changes. First line management. I would say second line because the first line would be go and get your blood pressure monitoring machine. So the second line of management would be healthy lifestyle changes. Eat a heart healthy diet. Follow the DASH diet, which is dietary approach to stop hypertension. Follow the DASH diet. Eat more fruit and vegetable, whole grain, lean protein, such as fish, beans, skinless poultry, and we also encourage you to reduce your salt intake because salt aim for less than 1,500 to 2,300 milligrams per day of your salt intake. Fried food and processed food should be grossly reduced. Okay? And use herbs and spices instead of salt. Yeah. Read food label carefully, mostly processed food. If the sodium content is too high, we strongly advise you to leave it alone. Maintain a healthy weight. I would say that losing even 5 to 10% of your body weight can significantly lower your blood pressure. Obesity is another cause of hypertension. Okay, so if you lose just 5 to 10% of your body weight, it can significantly lower your blood pressure. Then we say that exercise regularly. At least 30 minutes of moderate exercise, walking, cycling, swimming most days of the week. Aim for 150 minutes per day, per week, of exercise. Okay? So avoid smoking and limit alcohol intake. Okay? So to better manage hypertension, we strongly advise you to engage in a lifestyle change Okay, so avoid smoking and limit alcohol intake. Okay, so we encourage you to quit smoking completely. Limit alcohol intake. So sometimes you want to take a drastic life change. It depends on how dangerous your blood pressure is. Sometimes you just want to quit drinking and smoking completely. Okay, sometimes you want to do that. So it all depends on how severe your situation is. Okay, manage stress. Practice relaxation techniques. Okay, take a deep breath and breathe out. Anytime you are stressed, take a deep breath. 40 seconds in and 6 seconds out. It helps manage stress. Meditation or prayer. Okay, we're talking about stress management now. Okay, meditate, prayers. All these are emphasis of trying to. All these are prerequisites to stress management. This will help you better manage your stress. Or yoga. But most importantly, get enough sleep. At least 7 to 9 hours per night. That would be very, very helpful. Monitor your blood pressure. Check blood pressure regularly at home. Keep a record to share with your healthcare provider. Remember, we said that get a notebook and make a list. Write down your blood pressure so that you give that to your medical provider when you go for a doctor visit or you go for health awareness. Good. That would help manage your blood pressure. Okay. If you are taking medication, take medication if prescribed. Okay. If lifestyle change is not enough, doctor may prescribe medication such as diuretic. Diuretic is a water pill. Then your ACE inhibitors or ARB, such as medication such as calcium channel blockers, your beta blockers. Okay, always take medication exactly as prescribed and don't stop without consulting your doctor. If your lifestyle change does not help manage your high blood pressure, your doctor, your healthcare provider might put you on medication. And if you're on medication, always take your medication exactly as prescribed and don't stop without consulting your doctor. Okay? Then regular medical checkup is key. Okay? Regular medical checkup is key. Follow up with your healthcare provider. Manage related conditions like diabetes and high cholesterol. Okay? When to seek help immediately. Blood pressure of 180/120 is a medical emergency. Okay? Severe headache, chest pain, shortness of breath, or vision problem. This is a medical emergency. Seek help immediately. Okay? Okay, so for the sake of you who are just joining this broadcast, we're going to go through the whole thing again. Because I see that there are new people who are just joining. Okay, so we're going to go through the whole thing again for those of you who are just joining this broadcast. Okay, so we started by saying that blood pressure is a medical, hypertension is a medical term for high blood pressure. It means the force of blood pushing against the wall of the artery is consistently too high, which make the heart and the blood vessel work harder than they should. And I will also define it in the layman terms that blood pressure is the force of your blood pushing against your blood vessel as your heart pumps. Okay, and we said that think of it like water pressure in a hole, the water hose you use at home. I will say that too low of the water hose mean not enough flow, and too high in the water hole means too much force, which can stress the hose, which this time your vessels. I will say that doctor write blood pressure in two number. Okay, systolic, which is the top number, and diastolic, which is the bottom number. Okay, I will say that symptom of high blood pressure, most of the time, high blood pressure has no symptom. That is why it's sometimes called a silent killer or a silent condition. Okay, there are people walking around, very agile, very active, walking around, but meanwhile, without showing any symptom at all. Meanwhile, their blood pressure is off the roof. The next thing you see, boom, stroke out, fall and die. You'll be wondering, this guy that was just here socializing and playing around, what happened? You'll be wondering. That is why it is called the silent killer, because sometimes does not show the most time everybody has no symptoms. Okay, but if you get very high, some people might notice headache, okay, blurry vision, dizziness, fatigue. Okay, yeah, if you get higher, some people might have those kind of symptoms. But most people would think that, oh, it's just a headache. They might not read meaning to it. Oh, I'm just feeling some kind of dizziness. They might not read meaning to it. Yeah, sometimes the symptom might come from headache, dizziness, blurry vision, and nosebleed. Feeling tired or shortness of breath. Most importantly, not having symptoms does not mean that everything is fine. So please know that. Not having a high blood pressure symptom does not mean that everything is fine. Which is why checking it matters. And we said that we cannot overemphasize the importance of blood pressure machine. We cannot overemphasize it. If you have a diagnosis of hypertension, we said that your first line of management would be go and get your blood pressure machine. Get this. It's over the counter. You don't need prescription for it. And it's reasonable. Okay? So, high blood pressure is measured, like I have said before. The blood pressure usually checked with a curve around your upper arm. What happened? The cuff is tightened or briefly stop blood flow, then is slowly losing. A machine or doctor listening measure how the blood flow back. Okay, a machine or doctor will listen, or a healthcare provider will listen and measures how the blood flow back. You get two numbers. The top numbers will say before is systolic pressure when the heart pumps or when the heart beep. And the bottom number, diastolic, measure when the diastolic is the pressure when the heart relaxes or when the heart rests. It's quick, safe, and does not hurt. Okay? How to prevent high blood pressure. And we'll say that healthy habit make a big difference. Healthy habit will make a big difference. Okay? Eat balanced food. Fruit, veggies, whole grain. Don't overdo salty snacks. Reduce your salty intake. Stay active. Go to the gym. Walk around. Biking. Or can't. Okay? Get enough sleep. Manage stress by relaxing. Music, take a break, talking to someone for help, avoid smoking or vaping. This habit help your heart stay strong as you grow. Quick recap. Blood pressure is how hard blood pushes in your body. I would say that high blood pressure often has no warning sign. That is why it is referred to as a silent killer. It measures with an arm curve. Healthy daily habit help it in a good range. Okay? And we also said that causes of hypertension, there are two main types based on their causes. Okay? And we said that primary or essential hypertension, this is the most common type and it is developed gradually over time. Okay? I will say that primary hypertension, there is no single clear cause, but it is linked to a combination of factors. Let's take that again. Primary or essential hypertension. This is the most common type and it develops gradually over time. There is no single clear cause, but it's linked to a combination of factors such as family history, which is genetic, and unhealthy diet, especially too much salted food. So pay attention to your processed food. I also said that lack of physical activities. Okay? Lack of physical activities. Being overweight. Obesity. Okay? Would cause hypertension. Long-term stress. But stress too long. This would cause hypertension. Poor sleep. Do not forget, if you deprive your body of sleep, of a good sleep, stress will develop. And when you are stressed out, your blood pressure will elevate it. Okay? So secondary hypertension. Secondary hypertension is this type is caused by an underlying medical condition or factors, and it can appear suddenly. Possible cause will include kidney disease, okay, heart problems, hormonal disorder like your thyroid, most hormonal disorder, thyroid hormone, okay, certain medication, for example, some steroid or decongestant medication might create hypertension. Congenital, if from birth, blood vessel problem. And we'll say that why hypertension matter. If treated, and if hypertension is not treated for over time, if untreated over time, high blood pressure can increase the risk of heart disease. If untreated over time, high blood pressure can increase the risk of heart disease. Okay? Can also cause stroke. Kidney disease, visual problems, if high blood pressure is not treated or is not properly managed. Okay, let's recap. We said hypertension is consistently high blood pressure. It can develop slowly due to lifestyle and genetic, or can be caused by another medical condition, which is secondary hypertension. Often have no obvious symptom, which is why it is sometimes called a silent killer or silent condition. Okay? And we say that high blood pressure can be managed. Managing high blood pressure with hypertension usually involves a mix of healthy lifestyle changes. So it can be managed. And when needed, medication. The goal is to keep your body pressure in a safety range and reducing the risk of heart disease, stroke, and kidney problems. Okay. Healthy lifestyle. So remember, we said that your first line of management, if you are being diagnosed with hypertension, is what? Blood pressure machine. Go and get a blood pressure machine. That's your first line of management. Then your second line of management will be healthy lifestyle changes, which will be eat a heart healthy diet. And we strongly recommend a DASH diet, which is dietary approach to stop hypertension. DASH. Eat more fruit and vegetable. Eat more whole grain. Lean protein like fish, beans, skinless poultry. Okay? I will also say that your second line of management will be reduce your salt intake, processed food, canned food. You should pay attention to the label when you go to the store. Look at the label, look at the sodium content of that processed food. Okay? Excuse me. Salty, in for less than 1,500 to 2,300 milligrams per day. Reduce fried food and processed food. Reduce sugary drinks. Okay? Reduce salt intake. Avoid packaged and fast food. Use herbs and spices instead of salt in your diet. Okay? Read food label carefully. Okay? Maintain a healthy weight. For obesity is one of the major causes of hypertension. So reduce salt intake. Maintain a healthy weight. Losing just 5 to 10% of your body weight can significantly lower your blood pressure. Okay? And exercise regularly. At least 30 minutes of moderate exercise. Walking, cycling, swimming most day of the week. Excuse me. At least 30 minutes of moderate exercise, walking, cycling, swimming most day of the week. Aim for 150 minutes per week. Okay? Avoid smoking and limit alcohol intake. We actually said you should actually avoid alcohol intake. Okay? Avoid smoking, avoid alcohol intake. Yeah, because I don't know how much is little alcohol. Okay? So, in totality, do away with smoking and alcohol, and you will be better off. Okay? So, yeah, so quit smoking completely. Limit alcohol, no, quit smoking and alcohol completely. That's what we said. Keep in mind. The manic stress. Okay? Practice relaxation techniques, deep breathing, meditation or prayer, yoga. Get enough sleep, at least 7 to 9 hours per night. Monitor, monitor your blood pressure. We cannot overemphasize that. Okay? Check blood pressure regularly at home and keep a record to share with your healthcare provider. Get a notebook and record all your reading. Make a list. Record all your reading. Share that list with your healthcare provider. Okay? Take medication if prescribed. If lifestyle changes does not help, they will strongly recommend you see your doctor for possible prescription of medication. So doctor may prescribe diuretic, which is a water P, ACE inhibitor or ARBs, calcium channel blocker, your beta blocker. So you may get a prescription for your high blood pressure. Okay? I will say that always take your medication exactly as prescribed and don't stop without consulting your healthcare provider. Okay? And please emphasizing on regular medical checkup. So follow up with your medical healthcare provider. Okay? And manage related conditions like diabetes and high cholesterol. When to seek medical help immediately. When blood pressure is 180 or 120, it's a medical emergency. Okay? Take it to the nearest urgent care clinic. Okay? When to seek help when blood pressure is 180 or 120. Severe headache, chest pain, horns, shortness of breath, or vision problem. Okay? So We will recap quickly as we round up this live broadcast. Okay? As we round up this live broadcast, we were going to round up quickly. Do not forget that we place more emphasis. Our much emphasis today is blood pressure monitor. I will say that we cannot overemphasize this machine, this device you're looking at in my hand. We cannot overemphasize this device because this will save your life. This will help manage your blood pressure. Okay, so get one of this machine and measure your blood pressure constantly. Okay, very important. We're going to be coming back on alive over this same topic tonight because most people they are at work, they couldn't tune in, even though they send me text messages and email that they want to be part of it. But most people are working, as you know, so we understand that. So we will come back again tonight and dwell on the same topic so that those who were not able to participate this afternoon should have a fair share of participation. In at night we'll come back live. So like I said, leave comment. Okay, leave comment. We will get back with you. Our team will come your way again. Please do not forget to follow us on our social media channel. We have a simple home remedy, traditional simple home remedy that will help alleviate your blood pressure. So also come your way again. This is Gateway 101. Thank you for watching and bye for now.